Okay, hey, my name is Mimi. Well, my bad, I call me Mimi, but I just want to tell everybody in the world how it feels to actually be 14/15 pregnant, because a lot of people don't understand how it actually feels with all the pressure and stuff that goes on while you're young and pregnant, because people go through a lot while they older and pregnant, but young and pregnant is even harder. So around end of March, beginning of April, I got pregnant with my baby boy, Manny Jr. And it just started from me going to his father's house when I was not supposed to be. But like I was going over there every day during spring break, and we was still in a nasty. And then one day I was just like, I'm supposed to come on my period already. I never came on. And then like I took pregnancy tests. At first it was coming back negative, but then I took some more and it came back positive. And I was just I was in like doubt, because I was just thinking in my head I can't get pregnant, but I don't I don't know what I was thinking at. But I was just thinking, oh, I can't get pregnant, it's not that big of a deal. But then once I missed my period and took pregnancy tests and I still didn't come on my period after weeks after it was supposed to come on, I knew I was pregnant. So after all that stuff was going on, it really wasn't bothering me as much, because I was still in denial that I was pregnant, so I really wasn't worried about it. Until I started thinking, like, I still haven't came on my period. But my mom never actually asked me, because like she would buy me pads and I would always hide them like I'm using them. So she never really thought anything about it. But I was about 15 weeks pregnant after I told her. So I got pregnant around April. I didn't tell her till the last day I got out of school of last year, which is June 15th. I told her, or my sister actually told her and called her, because I was so scared. I thought she was gonna hit me and snap. Who don't think like that. And then after my sister told her, I came home and she was like, is there anything you want to say? And I'm just like, no. And then she asked me again, and then I told her, and then she just snapped on me. I think every mama would snap on them with their daughter being so young and pregnant. But yeah, after that, like, she took my phone. I couldn't talk to the father of my child, and I couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything. And then I was gonna get an abortion after she found out. The next day or 2 days later, I had to go to the clinic or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. And I was gonna get the abortion and everything, and it was setting up the dates and all the other stuff. But then I'm just like, on the days of me actually waiting to go and get it, I'm just thinking like, I don't want to kill my child because it's already formed, and like I made a mistake and I want to keep my baby. So then after we went there, they told me how long I had to go and this and the third. But then I told my mom to call back and tell me that I didn't want it anymore, because I didn't. So that being said, after that, like, me and my mom always get to like arguments and stuff, and she would say that I should have never got pregnant, like what a lot of moms say. So then I actually want to go stay with my godmom for the rest of the summer, because like we let stuff die down and stuff like that, get stuff situated. And what else? I stayed over there most of the summer. It was a little bit better for me, because I could actually see the father of my child. I don't know, I wouldn't have to get pushed down as much as I would have if I was home. I'm not saying mom's a bad mom, but like, she can be cruel sometimes. And I understand, because she was disappointed in me. I was disappointed in myself, but I'm just like, hey, it happened. But yeah, she was disappointing me a lot, so I just gave her space. I needed space from home anyway. So then once I actually got back in school, I don't know, I was always tired. I would cry over the littlest stuff. I cried over some peanuts I couldn't get. They were spicy peanuts and I really wanted them. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. Like, I don't know, when people started to find out I was pregnant that I know of, I mean, I got talked about, but if you're 15 or 14 or 16 and pregnant, don't let other people words or like just stuff that they do or say bring you down, because while you're pregnant it's not good. It can actually get you depressed. And if you're depressed and you're pregnant, your baby's going to come out depressed. And the doctors say that if you're depressed and the baby come out depressed, it's not good raising a depressed baby. So yeah, I was going through a lot. But back to what I was saying. When I got to school, a lot of people didn't know I was pregnant because my stomach didn't show. I really didn't start to show till I was like 6 months. So yeah, about 6 months, I told everybody. I posted on Instagram, this and third. 3 months to go. And like, people was like, oh, congratulations, which I know deep down they're probably talking about me, but at the end of the day, I cannot be mad or let that phase me, because at the end of the day, they're not helping me with my child, and there's nothing to be mad about because it's life. So once I got back in school, I told everybody, I told my teachers, because they was not gonna let me use the bathroom. But I don't know, it was just a normal life for me. I was fat and pregnant, walking in the hallways and just going to class, doing my work, doing what I could. I would always fall asleep in class, but like, they knew why, so it's not like I was just doing it just to do it. But yeah, being pregnant in school, a lot of people might talk about you. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care, because it's not really doing nothing for you but making you sad, depressed, whatever you want to call it. So excuse me, y'all, I ain't got no bra. But after that, my baby got here on December 7th, 2018. My little fat chunkin', I don't know why I said that. My little Manny was here, and I was happy about that, because at the beginning of my pregnancy, I didn't tell my mom. So like, I didn't know if something would go wrong. I didn't know if I need to do this and do that, and I'm not doing it. So I didn't know if he was gonna come out not right, not all with his fingers and stuff. That I didn't want to have Down syndrome or anything. That's the type of stuff that you would worry about as you pregnant, because you never know what can happen. You can eat healthy and everything, and they can still come out with something. But yeah, once he got here, the hospital days, it was good. I slept. He slept in the nursery. Stuff was good. Once I came home, I just feel like I don't know, got depressed, got worried. I don't know, life wasn't the same anymore, because I have a baby, and it's not like I could just come home and just go to sleep. I had to come home, come home and wash bottles and make sure he's fed, change him every 2 to 3 hours, make sure he eats 2 to 3 hours. Being a mom is a 24/8 job. Forget 24/7. And yeah, it wasn't so bad. But then when I first came home, the first day I came home, me and my mom got into an argument, and I left. And I went to go stay with the father of my child, dad, mom, them over there. And it wasn't so bad, because his mom actually helped, even though it wasn't her child. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that she had to, but she did it because she knew I needed it, and she loves her grandchild. And yeah, I keep saying but I was out of school for like a month and a half, maybe 2. After all that, that's how long they give you when you're pregnant while the school year after baby get here. But after that, like, she would just help. His dad was still in school, and I wasn't in school, but I was still gonna go back to school like I am now. I'm sorry. And yeah, she would like just help a lot. She would wash and stuff. Like she would teach me stuff that I didn't know, because yeah, my mom was gonna help me, but I was not home. Therefore, I needed to learn from somebody because it's my first child. I didn't know what to do. I would get stressed out on my own self. Like when you first have a baby, your hormones all over the place. You're gonna cry about little stuff. You're gonna cry about big stuff. You're gonna cry about a lot of stuff. You're gonna be emotional. But I mean, yeah, she helped. She let me sleep sometimes because I had a C-section, which is worse than regular birth, because you actually have to get cut. You have to take extra medicine. You have to do a lot. You gotta make sure you don't pull it. You gotta. There's different ways to wash it. But yeah, I was just thankful that she was actually there to help me and not just be like other people, because I know a lot of people, that mamas that wouldn't even care to help the baby. I mean, she actually took her time and actually let me stay there for a while to get stuff right with my mom and to help me with my baby. So I was grateful about that. And once once I got back home, it it triggered again. We would argue. I would I would say stuff I mean, but I wouldn't mean to say it the way I do. But I don't think my mom understood that I act. Well, I know she knew I had feelings, but she was still mad at me for me even being pregnant, even though the baby was here. She was still disappointed in me, but I don't know. I just thought in my head that she would be over it by now. But then again, I wouldn't know because this is my first child. He is haven't had a baby, so I really don't know how she feel. But being young and pregnant is not really. I wouldn't say it's really hard if you have the support and stuff that you need. But like if you just don't got support at all, or like just don't look at yourself as you can do it, then you're gonna be depressed while you're pregnant, and like you're gonna always doubt yourself. And then once you have the baby, you're gonna be like, oh, I can't go to school because of this, or I can't. You just gonna keep saying I can't when you can, and you can't just always let other people words and other stuff defend you, because at the end of the day, like I said, nobody's going to be there to help you but you. You're going to be the. I'm not saying you're gonna be the only one, but you're gonna have to be the main one actually supporting your child, taking care of your child. You're going to have to do that. So don't let no words bring you down. Like to this day, some stuff might offend me, but I don't let it bring me down. I don't let it destroy my mood. I don't let it I don't let it trigger me as much as I did when I was pregnant. So I'm just saying, like, don't put yourself down because you got pregnant at a young age. It could have been on purpose. It could have been an accident. People make mistakes. Life isn't perfect. And when I was pregnant, yeah, I did feel like, oh, it's the end of the world. Yeah, but it's not. You just gotta, you just have to. How can I put this? You have to mature faster than what you thought you would. You have to have responsibilities that you thought you wouldn't have so young. But that doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Like you can't go to college and get a career because you had a baby at a young age. That should actually push you to actually stay in school. Like, yeah, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to go to school today. I don't feel like going. It's stupid. But at the end of the day, I just can't think about me anymore. I have to think about my Manny Junior, his little gorgeous self. And then after the baby gets here, it's gonna be stressful a little bit because the baby's crying. You might panic and not know what to do. Because I ain't even gonna lie, the day I was in the hospital, excuse me, and the baby came in the room, because at first I couldn't have him in the room because he had to sit in a little nursery. But yeah, when he first came in the room, he was choking, and I lifted him to the side, which I should have lifted him up. And I started crying because his father started yelling at me. But I mean, we was both new to stuff. We got frustrated with each other. We got frustrated with knowing what to do with the baby. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. And some people might not even stay with their baby father. But that doesn't mean you. How can I put this? That don't mean that you stop doing what you need to do because y'all not together. Y'all not gonna work things out. Because last time I checked, we're young. Not all relationships gonna stay the same. You might not be able to stay with one person forever, but it's life. So I just really want to say, like, being pregnant at a young age, girl, you still about it. You ain't no hoe. You ain't this. You ain't that. You just got pregnant at a young age. You made a mistake, and you carry on with your life. Don't have no more, but but you just carry on with your life, and don't let people phase what you have. Don't let people destroy what you got going on because of what they say. It can be stuff going on at home that nobody knows about. Like, somebody can be touching you at home. You can just be doing what you do and get pregnant. It does not mean that you're a thought. Or it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It does not mean that at all. But yeah, back to my story. After that, like, after I came back home, we would always get into arguments, and she'd tell me I need to do this and I need to do that, and then we would just always get into arguments. I don't know. I wouldn't say that I felt like I was grown, but I felt like I actually had a mouth to, like, say something that I'm really feeling on my mind. Because before I was pregnant, I just let stuff slide. Oh, they say this to me, they say that to me. Is it? But after I had my baby, I'm just like, oh, I feel like I needed to say something. Like, if I didn't want somebody being around my baby, or like I didn't feel as my mom need to do this, or I need to feel that she need to do that, I just felt like I had a mouth. Like, I just had a mind of my own instead of doing what people wanted me to do, saying what people wanted me to say to her and to other adults that was around. They might thought I was being grown or disrespectful, but I just felt like I just really could say what was on my mind now. So yeah, and now to this day, we get into our little arguments, but it's not nothing serious. It's like mother and daughter arguments. I'm not saying that it's nice. It's disrespectful, but sometimes I just feel like I never get my point across talking to people. My mother, to be exact. But I still love her, and I just know that she's trying to teach me right stuff. Because she made the same mistake, and she told me multiple times not to do it. But I mean, I just feel like you can tell a child as many times not to do something, and they will always do it to see for themselves. And I just felt like I just learned from a mistake I made on my own. Even though she told me multiple times, I just felt like I needed to really get the heat from my own, the word I'm looking for, own experience. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out, like, don't ever feel like you less than somebody else because you had a baby. Girl, you just as bad as everybody else. Period. And you ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. And like, if you don't have the support that you need, tell your doctors. Mine asked me that I needed support, and what? They was like, they'll be there for me to second third, but I have enough support. And yeah, like, if you ever need some advice, if you ever need to talk to somebody, you can hit me up. Just, I don't know how to do this YouTube stuff, but you can, I don't know. I'll put my iCloud or Instagram something down. I don't know. But yeah, I just don't want other people that was my age to feel like you had a baby at a young age, your life is over. No, boo-boo. It's just beginning. You still popping. You still cute. You still about that life. You just have responsibilities that other young people don't have. And yeah, girl, you popping. If the baby daddy ain't gotta be in life, don't want to be in life, leave him alone. Don't force something that's not meant to be, because then you be hurting worse than what you would if you just let it go. I'm not saying it's easy. Might be a little hard, but just let it go. Like, don't chase somebody that's not chasing you. Like I said in the beginning of the video, don't listen to what other people have to say about you, because you popping, girl, period.